Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a recipe for chocolate chip banana cake. So I'm going to start off with 2 yellow cake mixes, which, warning, this makes a lot of cake. This was exactly how I found the recipe, and it's more geared towards a multi-tiered round cake, which I didn't do. I just put mine in a 9x12 and made cupcakes. So check out the description box below if you want everything I did, exact ingredients, measurements, directions, all that. I'm just adding some cinnamon and oil, eggs, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to mix that up. And that's the base of our cake. And of course, if you don't like cinnamon, you could leave the cinnamon out. But I started it out on low, and then once it was combined, I cranked it up a little bit faster. And then once I felt everything was mixed together, it's time to add in the mashed bananas and some chocolate chips. Now it did call for 2 cups, which again I thought was a lot. I only put in a little over 1.5 cups because that's what I had on hand. But I could see adding the 2 cups if you wanted, or even reducing it. But here's my cake pan, and I just kind of eyeballed it. I wanted a rather thick cake, so I just poured it until I thought it was good. And then everything else I made into little cupcakes. But you can definitely do the round cakes. I just am not good at leveling them and icing them that way. And it's like the cheater way, I guess, just to put it in a pan and throw icing over it. And I'm a little lazy. So that's how many cupcakes it made. Here's my cake when it came out. It took about 42 minutes to cook in the oven. And again, that might vary depending on how thick you poured your cake. And the icing, it's like a peanut butter frosting. So I'm going to cream together the peanut butter and the butter. Then I'm adding in some salt, some vanilla extract, and then some honey. So I did melt the honey, not melt it, well, yeah, melt it. I put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds or so, just because when it's a little heated, it's easier to mix up. Otherwise, it's kind of thicker and chunky. So a little tip, you could put it in the microwave to blend it better. And then I'm just gonna mix that for a moment and then add in the powdered sugar. I normally add it about 1 cup at a time. And then just stop and scrape down the sides in between. And again, I have this recipe down below as well. And adding in the final sugar. And mixing that for a few more minutes. Also added in a little bit of heavy whipping cream. I've never added that to icing before, so I'm not sure if that part's necessary, but I was following this recipe from Pinterest, so I just went ahead and added it. I guess it made it a little bit more creamier. And then the icing was done. So I just, again, dumped what I thought was an appropriate amount of icing on there and started smoothing it out. I am kind of a wuss when it comes to sweets, and a lot of things are too rich for me. This was a pretty rich cake. I mean, it was good, don't get me wrong, but it was pretty rich. But my brother, my husband, my mom, everyone that eats the stuff I make, they like a ton of icing. So I tried to make it pretty thick on top. And then, of course, I had the cupcakes left over as well. So I iced those. And this turned out really good. When you're done smoothing everything out, you could sprinkle the top with some mini chocolate chips just to give it a nice little look to it. And that's all there is to it. It's delicious. I will put all the information below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.